What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 3 biggest mistakes that people make when starting their pressure washing business. And I actually have photographic evidence of each one of these mistakes. So basically, I landed a job about a year ago. I'm doing this little apartment complex over here. And apparently, somebody else got the job from me. And so I took pictures of their work, and we're going to go through all the biggest mistakes that they made because they made a ton of mistakes. And now the property manager is not going to be happy. But he probably came in on a low price, and that's probably why she said it was okay. Anyway, we're going to get to that here in just a minute. I got photo evidence. I'm going to show you guys everything. But before I get into that, I've been getting a ton of questions from guys asking when the can pricing video is going to come. So basically, I have a few job recaps lined up for can cleaning. I have a few residential jobs, and I actually landed a commercial contract, a recurring commercial contract that I'm going to be doing their can cleaning. So I'm going to have that video coming as well. But I was thinking, like, what's going to be the best way for me to give you guys this information? And I think it's going to be through sort of like a webinar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a trash can webinar on the equipment that I use for trash can cleaning, the chemicals that I use for trash can cleaning, the prices that I charge, as well as some of the marketing, some of the information that I give away in the marketing of the can cleaning, as well as how I justify the price to the customer. So the way that you guys are going to get this webinar is I was going to put it on my YouTube channel, but I figured, hey, look, we got some really great content in me and Aaron's free sales mini course. So the first link in the comment section description is going to be to the free sales mini course. When you opt in for the free sales mini course, you're going to get about 5 or 6 videos. The videos are black sheeping, blowing the symmetry, the easiest people to work for, how to qualify prospects, why you shouldn't specialize, how to differentiate yourself, and what percentage of jobs you should be closing. So first link in the comment section description, when you opt in, you're going to get 6 free videos already, and they'll also get first dibs whenever I do release the can seminar. And we'll also make an announcement again on the channel. However, if you guys want to go ahead and get 6 free videos, it's pretty cool stuff. Aaron talks about a lot of good sales strategies in that. So check that out. Let's go ahead and hop right into the video. 3 biggest mistakes that beginners make. Basically, one beginner made, and why he will never get called back for this job again. He left a bunch of money on the table. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. Let me get this screen share going. All right, you guys. So as you can see here, we got some pictures. The first picture that we're going to start with is that we basically have this trash collection right here, which you could hit the property owner and say, hey, would you guys like me to maintain your trash bin collection? You could keep up with the sanitation and everything, because I pass by this all the time. Sometimes it gets really dirty. But as you guys can see here, there are lines all in this concrete. So he wanded everything, which is not a problem. Whenever I first started my pressure washing business, I was wanding everything. As you guys know, I've still put videos on the channel of me wanding. And when people think about wanding, this is the image that they get in their head, that there's going to be lines everywhere. And basically, there's a couple ways to mitigate these lines. A, you take your time. B, you cross hit everything. So if you hit everything horizontally, you would come back and hit everything again vertically, which does take a little bit more time, but you're really getting a much more professional finish. And if you don't have enough money to buy the proper equipment, you should really be taking your time with every single account that you're getting anyway. So right here, he didn't cross hit, he didn't take his time, and as well as he probably could have post treated after, and it would have mitigated some of these lines. He did not post treat with any sort of chemical. So there you go. Here's where we get into one of the biggest problems, and that is the floor once you enter into this little apartment complex. So basically, when I did this job, I could really tell that the floor was taking a beating. You know, it probably hasn't been painted in a really, really long time, but I promise you, it did not look like this. If you look close, you can see every single line where his wand was hitting. And basically, when you are pressure washing floors that have been painted like this, you want to be very careful with the pressure. He probably had the PSI up too much. He was probably working with like a 4,000 PSI unit. He was putting all that pressure. No telling what kind of tip he was using. You really want to be mindful of the pressure that you're putting on painted ground like this, because if you're putting too much, he took up all kind of paint. It looks absolutely terrible now. You can see lines all over the place. One more thing I want to mention about pressure washing the ground that's been painted like this. You can obviously pre-treat this too, or post-treat it, but pre-treating it would probably be best. Take up as much as you can, get that SH really working on the ground, and then come through and then kind of just rinse everything off. Let's go and get into the next picture here. The next picture, as you guys can see, I took this after he was done. I did not take this before, I promise. He completely missed this spot. Whatever this is, he missed it. He also missed the entire staircase. I don't know if he quoted it, if he didn't quote it. The thing thing is, the way that he probably got this job was he probably got in contact with the property manager. He probably said, hey, I'll come in, I'll pressure wash everything for $100, maybe $200. When I did this job, I missed out on a ton of upsells, which I'm going to show you guys on the back end of this. And I know better now. However, he way underbid this. I did this at like $500. I didn't even wash that trash can section that he was doing, but he completely missed the stairwell here. As you guys can see, there's actually a stripe in it. Like if you look here, it's like he hit it, but he didn't hit it all the way. It probably got wet. He probably couldn't see it. He definitely didn't treat it with anything. So all this needs to be treated. And then my main selling point whenever I did this little complex here was the stairs actually had mildew going up each step. And I was like, this is a huge walking hazard for a slipping hazard for anybody. If anybody slipped on this, it would be a huge liability to the apartment complex. So that's what I sold them on. He didn't even touch the staircase. All this railing right here, didn't even touch it because he's just working with pressure. He's not using any chemical. You could also upcharge to maybe soft wash all this brick here. There's also some stucco on the other side. You could upcharge to soft wash. The thing is for somebody to come in here and do a really good job and wash everything that needs to be washed, I mean, you're talking about it's going to be probably a $1,200 job. The property manager is really cheap, but it's going to work to their detriment here because the guy did an absolutely terrible job. I mean, like, I don't want to, talk bad on this guy. Obviously, I don't know him, but he missed it. But he missed a ton of spots, and that's evident right here. So as you guys can see, all this polling needs to be hit. I'm not sure if he hit any of these steps. I don't think that they were that bad in the first place. But if we look here, these steps definitely have some mildew and stuff on them that could have been cleaned, as well as all this railing here. So I'm not sure if he charged. I'm not sure if he charged for that or if he mentioned that, but he definitely missed a big upsell on the stairs. And yeah, so to kind of sum this up, basically, the lessons that we learned are if you're going to be using the wand to wash concrete, you need to be taking your time. If you don't have enough money to buy a proper surface cleaner, you really need to be taking your time and you need to be doing your best job with every account that you land, because you think this lady's going to call him back after all those mistakes that we just went through? I doubt it. So you want to be cross-hitting, you want to take your time, and then you also want to post-treat. Sometimes you don't have to cross-hit if you did take your time and you do post-treat, but make sure you have at least 2 of the 3 in that scenario. The next thing is he missed a ton of upsells. He didn't upsell the stairs. Of course, he wasn't treating anything. So even if he did hit the stairs, it probably still would have looked pretty bad, as you could see at the bottom of that staircase. But don't miss your upsells. And then he charged way too little. That's how he got in there, was he charged way. I know he undercharged because he absolutely missed a ton of stuff in there. And not to mention, he screwed up all that painted floor over there. Now it has streaks all over it. So basically, do a good job for your customers. Justify your price. If someone wants to go with the lower price guy, this is the type of work that they're going to get right here. So when somebody passes your bid up for someone lower price, don't even worry about it. They're going to be calling you again next year, because I guarantee they're not going to be calling this guy again. So anyway, not to bash this guy. There's just a ton of different things that we could learn. I'll be honest, when I did the job last year, I didn't know half of the things that I know now with regards to chemicals, applying chemicals, upselling, and just some of the other strategies that I've learned. Hey, what's up, you guys? I just had to add this in here. I actually had a fault myself, something that I did wrong, and hopefully you guys can learn from this. I should have followed up with the property manager, and I should have said, hey, we serviced you last year around this time. Would you like us to come back out, service everything, touch everything up? So it's my fault that I didn't follow up with the property manager. I mean, this dude was on the ball, so credit to him on being on the ball, getting in front of them, and giving them a price that they could agree to. So that's a lesson for you. If you do business with somebody, make sure you follow up with them, do business with them again, or somebody will come along and steal your job. Just want to say that. So also a pressure washing business course linked in the comment section in the description. If you guys want to opt in for that free sales mini module, go ahead and do that as well. And you'll get access to the 6 free videos, as well as you'll be one of the first people to get access when I do release that canned seminar. The canned seminar should be coming within the next few weeks. So anyway, with that being said, my name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. If you made it this far in the video, I know it's really late in here, but go ahead and comment cheapskate down below, because the property managers are a bunch of cheapskates, bro. That's why they didn't call me back. So if you comment down below cheapskates, I will hashtag you a real one. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace. Hip hop mentality, stash the look.